No gold is not in her. She's a diamond.
Check it out. It's Charlie of You Heard It Here First in my beer for tonight. And I have for you week 1 predictions. And that's week 1 of the NFL because the NFL is back. But before we move on, beer of this little mini episode is courtesy of 3 Magnets Brewing out of Olympia, Washington. This is the Little Juice. This isn't the smoothie edition, but it's super legit. I've had it a couple of times. Smoothie edition, I love it. But let's move on. Let's move on to number 1, which I haven't addressed or how can I put it out there yet. But my Super Bowl pick, 2018 February. I'm rolling with the New England Patriots. I'm rolling with the Green Bay Packers. Boom, there you have it. That's my Super Bowl pick. My week 1 picks, I'm rolling with the Pats to take care of business against the Chiefs in a score of 27-20. My first upset of the week, I have 2 upsets this week, but my first upset is going to be the Jets upsetting the Bills 17-14. You have the 4 Bs back in Pittsburgh. Looks like Martavius Bryant was capable of staying off the weed. I'm going to roll with the Steelers taking care of the Browns 30-10. Titans versus the Raiders. Man, there's a lot of pressure on the Raiders to go out there and perform, which I think they should be able to handle the pressure, but they haven't been in a situation to show consistency like they did last year. Titans are at home. I think the Titans are a team that could possibly win the AFC South if you take the Texans out of the mix. So I'm rolling with the Titans to beat the Raiders 31-27. I don't know who are the weapons for the Washington football team. Steve, we have to talk about this when it's time for us to talk about it. So, for what it's worth, I'm just going to take the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Washington football team 24-20. Jags versus Texans. The Texans are my team. If you watch the show, you know I select them in that blind pick'em thing of the teams that my homeboy Steve and I were going to root for outside of our Chicago Bears this season. So I'm not going to pick against the Texans at all. The Texans will take care of business against the Jags 17-14. We have the Lions against the Cardinals. The only elite player on the Lions is my man Matthew Stafford. Some people may not even consider him elite. I read my Facebook feed, and a lot of my fam and people from Detroit was not feeling the fact that he received that extension. So I guess that means David Johnson is going to have a field day. Larry Fitzgerald is going to have a field day. The Cardinals will win the game 27-20. Sorry, Lions. Second upset. I said that 3 times. Should have only said it twice. My second upset of this week will be my Chicago Bears beating the Atlanta Falcons. And it's just because they're just going down. They blew a 25 or a 28-point lead in the Super Bowl, game they should have won and they didn't. They can only go down. I don't see them going up. Bears win. Don't know the score, but the Bears win. It's split city, I think, when we get to the teams that are in the AFC North. And by that, I mean the home team will always win unless the home team is the Cleveland Browns. So the Bengals will take care of business over the Ravens. 2017, most of the time those games are extremely close. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Indianapolis Colts. Just a couple years ago, I had the Colts in the Super Bowl. That was just a couple years ago. And since then, they've just been horrible. Yeah, horrible. So I'm rolling with the Rams. I can't recall picking the Rams to beat anyone in maybe the last 3 or 4 years, but the Rams will win this game. I'm picking them 21-16. This next game is kind of tough for me to pick, but I'll be able to watch this because I'm going to be in Washington, so I'll be able to watch this game. Although it's a road game, I'll still have that coverage. But the Seahawks, I think the Seahawks are back. I think the Seahawks are coming for blood, and I think the Seahawks are going to be a team that's going to be tough to beat. So, man, I guess the Packers are the team I want to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. However, in this game against Seattle, they're not going to win. And it's going to come down to a last-second field goal. I'm talking a game that's super tight, defense doing what they do in Seattle. Those Seahawks are going to do what they do. And Aaron Rodgers with his weapons, he's going to do what he does. Will be a close game. 27-27 down the wire, and the Seahawks win the game at the end via field goal. I want to say like a 47, 48-yard field goal to win the game. And that's that. Sunday night game and our Monday night game. Sunday night game, AP returns to Minnesota. very interesting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to how the Saints will operate without Brandon Cooks. He was traded to New England Patriots. I think he's going to be awesome for the Patriots. So I'm going to roll with Adrian Peterson going out there, kicking ass, and allowing those guys who could never touch him or tackle him when he was in Minnesota to get that work. So Saints will take care of business big, 10 points. I'm talking 34-24, Saints over Vikings. A Monday night game, which is a matchup that I enjoyed seeing during the 10 years I lived in San Diego. I enjoy seeing the Broncos and the Chargers play more than I enjoy seeing the Chargers and the Raiders play, only because I'm a big fan of Jay Cutler, and the jargon that Jay Cutler and my man Phillip Rivers would display on the field, it was awesome. I, for the most part, have never picked against Phillip Rivers, unless he was playing like those guys that you need to pick against Phillip Rivers. You need to pick a Tom Brady over Phillip Rivers. But for the most part, 75% of the chance, I'm picking Phillip Rivers. I think he's an awesome quarterback. I enjoy watching him play. So I'm rolling with the Chargers, who aren't favored to win this game. It's a road game, obviously. But I'm rolling with the Chargers 24-20 against the Broncos. And it's cottonmouth time. It's pull-up time. Like I said, we got the Little Juice, which is an IPA brewed by 3 Magnets Brewing. I like the can art on this joint here. I'm really enjoying that. I really am. I'm really enjoying this. And here we are. It's about to be headstrong, but that's fine. Left me some extras in there. All right, cheers. Y'all enjoy tonight's matchup, and y'all enjoy week 1 of the NFL season. I'm Charlie from You Heard It Here First, and my beer for the night, and I'm out.